This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
This episode of Filthy Casuals is brought to you by Loot Gaming. Good morning, video games. Welcome to Filthy Casuals, a podcast about video games, hosted by three extremely kind and knowledgeable boys. You've got myself, Tommy Daslow. You've also got Ben Vanel.
I can reach out and touch you if I want.
Yes, we're pretty close, aren't we?
Oh, yes.
We're in my bedroom. Any thoughts?
I've been here before.
Yes.
And boy, am I glad to be back.
Also joining us, the other host of the show, Adam Knox.
It's me. We're in what you could now call your Switch den. You called it to us before.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a lot of Switch playing happening in here. Not
You
a
got
lot of
a
sleeping.
bit of a plant over there.
An indoor plant. I had a big clean up in here the other day, and I'm glad the timing worked out because I don't feel too pressured about you guys being in here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tie my shoelace with one hand, and it is the most frustrating thing I've ever done in my life. I'm not going anywhere for a while, and now also our guest is trying to help me, and it's making it so much harder.
Very kindly trying to help you, even though you're clearly you're clearly beyond help at this point. She's taken your shoe off. It really was a mercy call at this point.
My foot's so cold now. Can I have it back?
Don't give him back the shoe.
No. Well, you know her from working at Foot Locker. Please welcome onto the show, Kate Dehnert.
Bonjour.
Yeah.
That classic Foot Locker greeting.
It is very frustrating watching someone struggle with. Do you ever have that like on public transport where someone's like struggling to get something into a bag or something, and you just want to get in there and like snatch it from them and do it yourself, but you can't.
Oh, I did that with my dad today, actually. I saw him on a tram. No, he was trying to do those little dumb the packet meal things that are like the little like butter chicken or whatever, and it's got a little bag of rice and a little bag of the chicken stuff and the sauce. And he was trying to open one of them and couldn't do it. And man, it was annoying to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you with your shoe. That's why I was helping you and then decided no more shoe for you and threw it across the room.
A shoe isn't like, you haven't helped though. You've made it so much worse.
I know, I wanted to help to begin with, but then I wanted to punish you.
I'm wearing the most boring person socks too.
Okay,
on the bottom it says, socks for men.
Can I just say, the apple has not fallen very far from the tree where you've gone, this dumb old man didn't know how to open butter chicken. Now watch me try and tie up my shoelace for half an hour.
If there was a food reward involved with it for me, I could have done it. I reckon. Well,
so wait, where do you get these socks for men?
Yeah.
The man store. You guys wouldn't have been there.
No. We're too busy in the little boy store.
Speaking of little boys, you went to a Splatoon tournament over there.
Well, first of all, Kate, lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you.
For the first time.
Yes.
You are, what level of gamer would you consider yourself? Avid?
Casual. Casual.
You're on the right show then.
Yeah.
I remember years ago you used to live around the corner from me and you called me up and you were excited because you'd bought an Xbox secondhand and you were like, come and check out all the cool games I've got. And then we sat there and we played the Sonic game where you turn into a werewolf. And I was like, this girl does not get it.
No, that game was horrific.
It's so bad.
It was so bad. Because I had never owned a console. We'd never been allowed that growing up. We had computer games and stuff. But yes, I got this Xbox and then I was like, yes, I will get the cheapest games here. Wow, Sonic, $10.
Yeah.
What a steal.
And it's because it tricks you because at the start of it, you're just Sonic and you're like, this is pretty cool.
I can remember both of us getting very frustrated with it.
Yeah, then you
Just
turn
being
into a werewolf and it's really cumbersome.
and we were both just screaming at one point, just being like, just let us go fast in a straight direction.
You've got to go fast.
And all of this being said, we still played it for like nearly 3 hours, I remember. A marathon afternoon. What was the other game you had where you're like, you're God or something?
Oh, that is a great game, From Dust. That is so good.
I remember hearing about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And it's the first... I have a Mac, so I can't buy it on my computer on Steam, but... Oh, my God. It's one of my favourite games.
I remember you being really into it, but you were really into it in like a really sick way where I think you were just getting off on pretending to be God and like, fuck these little people up.
I would. I'd get dirt and put it on them.
The ultimate God act.
But sometimes they like that and they do these little yells like, thank you, but it's not that. And I'm not going to... It's going to sound pretty intense, but
So I go around to your house and those are the two games you have and I'm like, what does this person want out of gaming? Like, what is she in this for?
Imagine going to someone's house and they own like Billy Madison and Training Day, and that's it.
That's exactly. That's me.
I'm sure you can get them on a combo. You know those like combo DVD packs that they sell at Coles?
Oh, those
and they're always too mismatched. Like most of the time, it's like, oh, cool, all three films in the same trilogy on the one disc, cool.
Yeah.
And then it literally will be like
Honey, we shrunk ourselves in the Matrix.
very good off the top of the register.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Improv
planning
right
my
there.
second one from the time I said the
Great.
first one.
Great.
Let's see if there's a third one later on.
There was the grand final of the Australia-New Zealand Splatoon Championships tournament on the weekend. You and I went along. Now, you hit me up and you go, hey, what do you reckon we go to this? And I was like, I had no idea Kate was so into, like, competitive gaming and Splatoon. And then you go, I just want to go because there's a door prize where you can win a Switch. I don't give a fuck about the actual event.
I did not say those. They were wonderful competitors.
I'm reading between the lines, but yeah, that was the vibe that I got.
Yeah, but also like, hey, let's check this out. I've never been to like competitive gaming before.
Yeah.
And I was like totally expecting like you walk in and it's like, and then, God,
It's The Shining?
and then it's like,
Like
and then everyone's
lasers everywhere.
When something happens, it's like everyone's like, oh, like 1,000 people screaming, and you were like, I think I imagined something that doesn't exist.
Well, we talked about this afterwards. I had the same. I kind of thought it was going to be in like a big, like a big hall or something.
Yeah.
And we turned up. We got there like just after it had started, and it's in this venue that's like down a side street, like basically down an alleyway.
Yeah.
We turn up to an abandoned street, and there's a big red carpet rolled out the front
With no one on
around.
it,
With
and
no one around. Yeah, which was very weird. So we go up this stairwell, and we can hear the people commentating from the stairwell.
Yeah.
And we walk into a room, and I kind of walk into the room thinking, this is where it's going to be.
Yeah.
Instead, we just walk into an empty room.
An empty room.
Completely empty room.
that one could assume there would have been waiters with canapes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
At some
Walking
point.
around,
Yeah.
welcoming everyone. A table with Splatoon hats on it. And I thought, oh, we'll get one of those on the way out.
Yep.
And then I quickly realised, I don't want this hat. So I said to you, you may have my hat.
Yeah, you were bigging yourself up at one point. You're like, you're going to get 2 hats if you play your cards right. Yeah. And so then we walk into a second smaller room that's attached where the actual thing was happening.
Yes.
So how many people?
Smaller than the first room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smaller.
This is bizarre.
Several rooms, each smaller than the last.
Blinded by lights as soon as we go into it. Very
They had a lot of-
confusing.
you
You just sort of get in, shake around for a bit, and then sort of figure out the shapes of people.
How many people would you estimate were there watching? It was maybe
50?
You reckon 50? I
Yeah.
reckon less than 50.
I got there and went, oh, my chances are good.
Yes, of picking up. But enough about that.
Talk about a Splatfest, am I right? Oh, boy. A little sex joke with Splatoon, everybody.
So who were the teams? It was the Blue Ringed Octolings and
I can't pronounce it.
Scarface or something.
Yeah, but with like,
but
it's like
second
leet,
one
kind of
really-
like leet speak in a way or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
okay.
It must have been a reference to something.
I never tried to
The movie
think what that word was.
Al Pacino's Scarface.
Maybe it was like Al Capone,
Wrong
though.
face.
Oh, yeah.
The original.
Every time they won, they'd all go hoo-ha. But anyway, I don't think it was anything to do with Scarface.
You know that famous line from Scarface? Hooah!
You know when an actor gets famous for doing a thing, then they retroactively go back and re-edit all their past movies so that they're now doing the thing in it?
Yeah, Conan the Barbarian keeps telling people he'll be back. It's really weird.
That would be cool if that had to happen with every movie.
No, that does happen in the movie. I bought a DVD with Conan the Barbarian and sliding doors on it.
He's done it again.
If only I could turn back time.
Yeah, so we got there and it was, I think they were 3 games in. It was best of
Yeah.
9 and it went
I thought
down
it was
to
best of
went down to game 9. It was
It
pretty
was 7. It was game 7, wasn't it?
when we got there.
Oh, I see. First to 7 because 9 games.
It was best out of
yeah.
9.
Is that
Yeah.
how?
Right.
No, but if you
Best
get
of
to
9?
6, you've won.
Because they both got to 6. And then wait, what?
Oh.
Maybe it was first to 9.
No.
I reckon it was no.
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
Were
it was
either of you
4-5.
watching?
It was 4-5 at the end. They got to 4 all and then they played.
Oh, is that what
Yeah,
happened? Okay.
Yeah. This is the kind of detail that listeners of this podcast love it when we go into.
Also, the first place where we stood, blinding lights in our eyes. Went to a second place, fine. Moved around the room, blinding light in our eyes. They
It
had
was
all that
very
kind of
hard
like
to find a good position to watch from in the room because
Why was it so
basically-
bright?
event lighting, so that the walls had colours on them. But it meant that everyone was just, and it was.
You're just copping a harsh LED
Yeah.
beam straight
Yeah.
in the old retina.
Yeah.
No good.
Like those projected, like spiraling kind of lights. You know
That
what I
sort of
mean?
stuff.
yeah, but
okay.
still.
Yeah.
But so it was like, yeah,
Got to
you had-
underline motionless lights.
Motionless lights directly in my eye.
and
Technically-
a very small room.
Not possible
Yeah.
to have motionless lights. But anyway, keep going.
Well,
it's
that's
just
the thing
physics,
as well. We
but keep
should
going.
explain that the players were in the center of the room, and
Yeah,
there were
so they're in a
screens.
line facing each other. They had their own screens, and then on the end of on both ends there was a big screen that would kind of jump between players,
Right.
Right.
That
Yeah.
you could watch.
Okay.
And they had
'Cause
commenters.
In that
commentators?
original ad for the Switch, that was a Splatoon tournament. They had
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
people out,
yeah.
right?
In
It
like
was-
Rod Laver Arena.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
What
that,
I
but
was
much more
expecting.
depressing.
Yeah.
That's what we were both
That's what
picturing.
we were
I
like.
think.
Oh, this is going to be so sick.
Yeah, somewhat naively.
It was just a LAN party.
Yeah, I'm not surprised
much.
that, what did you say, like the Murrumbina regionals or whatever they were. Was it Australia and New Zealand?
Australia
All
and New
of
Zealand, yeah.
Both
Right.
But
countries?
so the team
Okay.
that won, the Blue Ringed Octolings,
Yeah.
shout out to them. They now get flown to E3 to
Oh,
compete
sick.
over there.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that cool?
Yeah.
And I got a
they-
Switch.
And they each get a Switch, which
Nice.
you have to
I
assume if you're good enough and enough of a fan of Splatoon to be playing it competitively,
Yeah.
you've probably already gone and gotten yourself a Switch.
They're going up on eBay.
Yeah, but still, if you on the Price is Right, you probably drove there in a car. You don't want to win a second car.
But you don't if it's the exact same car that's been out for
imagining.
2 months.
This like pilgrim type person in the audience. Sandy, come on down.
Like this idiot savant of Splatoon. I just said a body part instead of the name of the. It's not called Spleen. That'd be a terrible game.
Hey, they've called a game Arms.
That's true. They just worked their way
point.
through the rest of the body.
Yeah.
They've had brain training.
Yep.
Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's the lungs.
Mario's big fat cock. So yeah, the Blue Ring Octolings, they were like when they got interviewed at the end, it was pretty cool seeing them. You know, it's interesting when you walk in, and I think we both felt a little bit like, what is this? And then you just get swept up in it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like within 10 minutes. And so they were that you could just tell. I mean, they would have all been like 20 or something.
Yeah, they
were
seemed about
pretty
like
young.
20, yeah.
They were just they were going out of
Stoked.
their minds. They were so stoked to
Yeah.
have won and getting flown to LA. So then we get to the main event, drawing the door prize. Now, to go to this thing, they'd advertised it online. There was like a registration form online to like attend, which
Yeah.
we'd both filled out,
Yes.
thinking, well, this has put us in the door prize. Running. When they start drawing it, unbeknownst to us, there's a raffle ticket system
Yep.
that they've been giving out, like when people have gotten there, but because we got there late, we didn't know any of this.
But I would also, like, when we arrived, there was a man in a suit who smiled at us, and there was
I
also
remember this.
there was also a woman in a Nintendo shirt who acknowledged us. So I was like, we have arrived. And then as soon as I figured out, oh no, we're
Your
meant to have a
enthusiasm
raffle ticket.
dissipated immediately. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Just that heartbreaking, like, oh, we're not catching the last plane out of here and
Yeah.
we're not safe.
Yeah.
What's that?
And you were then convinced that you were like, the whole day you were like, I just know it's going to be won by some shit kid
Yeah.
who doesn't deserve it,
Yeah.
some little punk. You know, they're gonna rig it so that some child gets it.
Yeah.
But Tommy, you didn't win.
Yay. And you weren't wrong. I think
Yeah.
some dad won
A
it. and
dad won it.
Gave the ticket to his son, and then the son. They got the son on mic, and he said something like extremely. I don't know.
It was weird. It was ungracious. He didn't even
Yeah.
say thank
This
you.
child.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's never too early to start with manners. He can walk in a straight line. He can talk. He can say thank you.
What did he? Well, no, he's a child. I don't want you to tell me what he said.
It was something
probably
along the
at
lines of that I don't own one, as in like I do own one, and I was like, he's already got one.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
well, that's
something
just
like
rubbing
that.
salt in the
No,
wound.
you're
Isn't
not.
it?
You're not accountable for anything you say
Yeah.
until the age of 93.
There should be a prize for children and a prize for adults.
He gets one of those little fake ones where, like, you push it and it moves the bubbles around inside of it.
Yes,
You know those old,
yes,
like,
he
fake
gets those old
soapy
yeah.
Game Boys you used to
Yeah,
get.
give him
Yeah.
one of those like piece of shit old. You know those Tiger Electronics like handheld
Yeah, yeah.
games that they make. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
just one, and it was like three little things that would just
Yeah.
come up on the
Yeah.
screen. Give
Those
him one of
little-
them. He's not going to know the difference.
181 games in one. All of them are Frogger. It's all just different types of Frogger.
Anyway, it was a wonderful day.
It was all right. I'm furious at the staff for not acknowledging that we had turned up late when they knew that we'd turned up late, and they could have said, "Oh, Here's your
raffle ticket.
Here's your raffle ticket. I think
Yeah.
that's poor doing your job badly and breaking.
What would your reaction have been?
Maybe it's on you though. Like if Charlie Bucket showed up to Willy Wonka's place, just like while they're already on the boat ride, he doesn't get to win.
Well, yeah. Maybe. What would your reaction have been? Have you ever won anything, by the way?
No, that's why I was like,
Right.
maybe today's the day. Barely anyone's in this.
Yeah.
So you've
I've got
got
a good
pent up.
chance.
You've got all these years of pent up kind of.
Yeah, I've
Do you reckon
never-
you'd be one of those people that they play on radio ads where you just would go berserk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I might have fainted if I'd won. Because when we played Mario Kart before, when
Yeah.
I pieced together that we were playing Mario Kart,
yeah.
I kind of lost it and started just clapping openly.
Yeah.
It was great. It was something to behold. Knox, you've won what did you win in a?
I won a Sega Saturn in a Civic video.
Yeah.
Which is the most 90s. I think I've told this story.
Oh, so hang on a
That's
minute.
huge.
So no wonder you're sticking up for this little piece of shit kid that we saw.
Yeah.
I was that
You
kid.
were a piece
Yeah.
of shit kid, and
You
you already
were.
had one, didn't you?
No, I didn't. No, and I ended up selling it though. And then,
Oh, the worst person.
well, it's
Didn't you also win like free Maccas? Was that same
I
competition?
won a free party at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I should have gone to Splatoon-a-thon with this guy, not with you.
Why is it my fault all of a sudden?
You're not
can't
lucky
even-
like him. You're not lucky
This
like
guy
him.
can't even tie his shoelaces. He's not getting you a Switch.
I
He's
will-
been handed everything throughout his whole life.
This guy needs it.
Probably want a pair of them curly laces that just kind of like loop into each other. Remember
yeah.
them?
Yeah, I love
I don't
it.
remember them.
Really? They're like
If I-
springy.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay. I've only ever had floppy laces.
What was dumber, Velcro or the little spirally ones?
Velcro's an
Spirally ones are
incredible
dumb.
invention.
Yeah, Velcro's great. I'm a big supporter of Velcro.
Yeah.
Want to go on record.
If we could get Velcro to sponsor this podcast. Get out of here, Luke Crate. I'm sick of you. Close your boxes with Velcro, then we'll talk.
Well, on that note, should we go to an ad from our fine sponsors down at Loot Crate?
No!
All right, let's move on. No, this episode is sponsored by Loot Gaming, which I feel is appropriate because this is a video games podcast. Anyone can jump in, please. No, they've been sponsoring us
Weird
for a
copy
while.
they've sent us this month that you're currently reading from.
Just a lot of ellipses.
Yeah.
Brackets sweat profusely. Okay, here I go.
So it's kind of appropriate that we'll be talking about Mario Kart later in the episode because the theme of this month's Loot Gaming Loot Crate is Road Rage.
Yeah. Now, weird title for the theme because to me that doesn't sound fun.
You don't enjoy yelling at people in your car? Because I really do.
Comes with a 5-iron that you can vault through someone's back window when they cut you off in traffic. Comes with a big glove that's permanently in the middle finger so that you don't have to bother doing it yourself when
That's
you're driving around.
a pretty cool glove, though. Watching OJ try to get it on.
Glove not included.
The funniest type of glove.
Yeah, so some of the things you'll get in the Road Rage one, they'll be from Destiny, which... Oh, yeah, there's vehicles in Destiny.
Yeah, and they have, like, they put on races in it sometimes, so
Oh,
they can't
really?
be bothered
Really?
coming up with other content.
Like what are they called? They're not like jet skis.
They're called
like jet speeders.
sparrows, aren't they?
Yeah.
There we go.
No, jet skis, I think. Rocket League.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't played Rocket League in a while, but fuck, I thrashed it for a little bit.
Yeah, same.
Really addictive.
Rocket League's sick. Do
yeah.
you reckon it'll come to the Switch? That'd be nice.
There's whispers, isn't there?
Yeah, I read some
Yeah.
interview with them about it. There was a thing going around for a little while where one of them...
We're really trying to get Rocket League going. So if you could just get
These are some industry whispers.
Oh, right. Jesus Christ. I was like...
It's a great bit.
Somehow the frequency that we're recording on has managed to pick up the frequency of these industry whispers.
Yeah.
if you could just get that on my desk by Friday, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay, well, we veered off into the boring side of industry whispers. We're not getting any information. We're just getting...
Did you hear that that Kate and Tony have been hooking up lately? That's the... sorry, your name's Kate. I shouldn't have used Kate as a...
Who's this Tony guy who's telling everyone I'm hooking up with him?
the king of improv. Oh, I need a girl's name. Oh, there's one in front of me. I'll just use
Kate
hers.
and Tony.
Not Tommy,
Tommy,
yeah. So thank you, Luke Gaming. No, there's also Twisted Metal. I don't think I ever played Twisted Metal.
I played one. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were cool.
Yeah. Were they like Burnout? Was Burnout a thing?
No, they were car combat things like Vigilante 8, if you ever
Yeah.
Oh,
played
yeah,
that.
I did play that one, yeah. And Mario Kart is also in this month's Loot Gaming Loot Crate, which I'm particularly excited about.
They send good stuff.
Yeah.
Those loot crates are all right
Yeah.
by me.
This is
They're no Velcro, but I like them.
This is the most interest I think I've ever had in a Loot Crate theme. I'm into if there's a cool Rocket League and a cool Mario
Yeah.
Kart in
Fuck
here,
yeah.
then I'm on board.
I hope the next month is Roid Rage because that'll be
A tiny pair of testicles.
6 little Chris Benoit figures. Doesn't matter anyway. Move
Oh,
on.
goodness. So Loot Gaming, it's the best surprise you know is coming. It's one of the kinds of crates you get from Loot Crate, who have sponsored us for ages, and we very much appreciate their support. If you want to get a subscription to Loot Gaming, you go to lootcrate.com/filthy casuals, and you enter the promo code filthy casuals to get $3 American off any new subscription.
They're the big dollars.
87 Australian dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
It's actually, I just checked, it's like $4.60 Australian. So
Okay.
not
Hey.
bad. We have a shit currency.
Knock 40 cents off of that, and baby, you got a number. With those like gaming
What?
tournament things.
$4.20.
Hey.
If you're not confident in what you're currently saying, always make sure you've got something ready to go immediately after it. That's the Knox
Move on.
specialty.
I'm a double-barreled shotgun because every single time I will pull out a second thing. But no, like I was going to say, I've never been, but I've watched like little bits and pieces of like Dota tournaments and League of Legends and all of those ones where you're getting like tens of thousands of people in arenas. Like it's the thing that you were imagining.
Yeah.
Where it's all these ridiculous, and I like it. I don't get it. I really don't. It's not something that, because I like the last couple of weeks I've been watching some video and playing this thing of we're moving on now, by the way, but it's called.
If you hadn't said that would have been a really smooth transition.
I don't want it to be smooth. I want it to be rough and jarring. It's this game called Playerunknown's Battlegrounds, and I hate that name.
I've never heard of that.
So it's like PlayerUnknown is the person who was main. It's like Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction or whatever.
Okay.
Not what it's called, but anyway.
Yeah.
But video game people have dumb names, and so it's like
Lee Daniels is the butler.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that came on a DVD with, I don't know, The Shawshank Redemption. But anyway, it's pretty fun. It's really cool.
What is it? What kind of game is it?
It's Battle Royale or the Hunger Games. It's you and 99 other people fly in a plane over an island. You jump out when you want, then you go down there, you've got nothing, and you've got to find guns and armor and stuff like that and be the last one alive.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
And you can do it in little teams as well. You can get up to, I think, 4 other people as well, maybe 3 other people, and go in little squads. And it's fucking really tense.
Right.
And it feels like being in that sort of a thing, like a Battle Royale situation.
Yeah, cool.
Where you've got to sneak around and like maybe you just want to hunker down and be quiet for a while. But then there's also this...
It's my general mode of operation.
yeah. There's this constricting...
TV around here?
I don't even want to play. There's like a constricting circle that closes in around the island that you've got to remain within.
Like Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still in early access.
Right.
So it's not like officially out yet.
So you're saying you would like to watch a tournament of this?
I have been watching video of other people playing it, which is something I never do. So that sort of spectatory version of playing games is something that's really new to me, and I think that younger people are more easily able to do.
Yeah.
It's
Totally.
it's because they grew up with it. I saw a magazine. I was in a newsagent before.
I got whiplash.
Okay.
I saw a magazine that was just a Minecraft magazine.
And they were spoofing Batman on the cover of it.
Yeah, it was fucking...
Bucktooth Kid is absolutely taking the bloody piss.
He called it Everybody Hates Raymond. I don't know where he got some balls from, but
News meter is out of control.
and that shows what difference there is between me and the younger generation is that I was in a newsagent's earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Battlegrounds is very fun, and it's $30 I think on Steam.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
And I've been having a good time with that. I reckon it's a bit of fun, and it's just like it's one of those things where it's real simple, in and out, one match, you're done. You can play it for 10 minutes if you want, or
There's a speaking
Or
of
for
like
longer.
watching competitive gaming and stuff. There's a thing that someone was talking about the other day online. The what is it called? Games Done Quick.
yeah.
Where it's like a
Speedrunning.
weekend, like a festival of speedrunning kind of.
For charity, they do it. I
Yeah,
think.
and I know people that are super, super into it that really get into the community of like watching people try and break the world records for fastest runs through games.
Yeah.
Right.
And the people that are into it are really, really into it. And that's the closest I think. I don't really have much interest in watching people play competitive GoldenEye, but speedrunning, I think I could get pretty deep into it.
I've watched some of that stuff before as well, and like it's crazy to see them break these things that and like they have all these they've got these communities of people who are like, well, this guy found this other trick and that shaves 6 seconds off.
Someone
of
will
this.
find a new glitch that takes they
and it's all this
over it.
fucked stuff that I genuinely don't understand. Like I watched one of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And he's like, so I got to get these bugs in 2 of the bottles, but not this bottle, and then move over to this place and look this person in the eye, spin around backwards, and then like it's got to be Tuesday and blah blah blah.
Wow, because that seems like it takes more time.
No, you got to wait for days.
And then you turn the game on. OCD is a terrible.
But it's
Smashing your house pots.
it's a weird thing that I don't think I could ever get into from a playing it point of view.
Totally.
Yeah.
But like watching Super Mario 64 speedruns where it's just like all he's just doing is like just backflipping and somersault. You know what I mean? You got to hit the wall at the right angle so that you go through it like fucking
and
Hogwarts.
you start flying backwards.
Can you get to that the top picture of Peach on the outside of the building in Mario 64?
Sort of.
How can you go into it?
I don't think you can go into
I am
it.
playing the DS version of 64, just so everyone knows.
When you get all of the stars, you get into a cannon that shoots you on top of the castle and you meet Yoshi up there. In the 64 one, I don't know what happens in the DS
Can
one.
you go into the picture on the outside of the building?
I don't think you
answer
can.
a fucking question.
No, I don't think you can.
I
But
don't think you can
What's
either.
Yoshi doing up there?
he's just fucking walking around and he's too embarrassed to admit that he's stuck. Like genuinely in the 64 and he's like, oh, crazy you got up here, Mario. I'm fine though. Don't worry about me. I'm meant to be up here, so it's cool.
Oh, is Yoshi suicidal? You meant to talk him down? You just
Maybe.
left him up there?
I just he wanted to be alone.
Oh, he's gone now.
That game was rife for because it was like pre-internet era. Rife for rumors of you get all the stars, then you see
Do this
Yoshi. Now
extra
it's going to
thing.
look like you can't do anything with Yoshi. You got to ride Yoshi around, then you get one more star, and then you can play as Luigi. It wasn't just easy to get online and dispel a rumor.
Yeah.
Totally. And that's the thing with with all those speedrun things as well, is that they just it's this mass of people working as one together to do it.
Yeah.
So that's how you get all these fucking super complicated things that you shouldn't be able to figure out all done because just the sheer manpower. Humanity is a wonderful organism when we work together. It's communism and I hate it. I've got 2 very different opinions. I've been speedrunning just my days lately.
Yeah, I smoke a bong and all of a sudden it's 8 p.m. Oh, I'm 30. What happened?
You're speedrunning watching the Uber Eats driver ride through.
Just fast forwarding through movies.
So, Knox, there was some news of the week that you had lined up that we had to get to. Wait, very quickly, Dehnert, what have you been playing lately? What's the most recent
I've
thing
been
you've
playing on the DS Advanced War.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what
Wars.
it's called?
Wars,
It
Advance
doesn't
Wars.
seem
Those
like
games are cool.
a sentence.
It's in the
or a
future tense.
title.
You put it in the past
Advanced,
tense.
Yeah, I still haven't quite got my head around how to say it, but I've been playing that. And
So you're stuck on the title screen at this point. You haven't even started.
what
a new
does it
file.
mean?
Just the opposite of a speedrunner.
Wow, this game, I'm still confused all these years later.
What is Advance Wars? Is that like real-time strategy?
turn-based,
Right.
yeah.
Turn-based strategy. They started. I think there was one before it. Yeah, so it was Advance War, and then they did.
Oh,
they
is
did
this
a
the
few
second?
of them.
Well, in Japan, there was they had like Famicom Wars, which
Yes.
was on the NES. And they only
Excuse
came-
me?
Sorry, it's Famicom. It's a really silly name, and it sounds like a tampon brand or something. But
Famicom.
For the discerning woman.
the Famicom was the NES in Japan,
Yeah.
the family computer.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's what my family calls me. And
So they
did that for years, and it didn't come over to Western regions until Advance Wars, and then there was like a sequel, and then there was one on the DS, and then a second one on the DS, and then it went quiet for ages.
Yeah, they haven't done one for ages, but they're cool.
Yeah.
They're little turn-based
Yeah.
strategy. The art style is very kind of anime-ish,
Yeah.
cartoony art style.
okay.
I played a lot of The second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black
Yeah.
Hole Rising, it was called. Black Hole Rising. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe it was Black Sun Rising or Black Hole. It wouldn't have been Black Sun. That's ridiculous. That
Are
was
you
a song I
trying to
sung.
sing
Yeah.
that Black Ocean?
Ocean, won't you come? No. Yeah, that's
So
cool.
you've been playing Black Hole Sun?
Yes, and I've been playing Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh,
yeah.
great. A
Nice.
classic.
And whichever Mario Kart is on the DS as well.
Mario Kart DS.
That's the one.
And the new Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That Mario
Oh,
Kart
yeah.
DS is a great one. That
it's
was
really
like
good.
the first time they introduced like all the new weird cars that you can get in there.
Oh, really?
I remember with Waluigi, you could unlock like a fucking crane, like a bobcat thing, like a
Oh, yeah.
like you could drive around in a. What's the thing that's got the big? What's the bit of?
A bulldozer?
I never changed my car.
A digger, like a digger.
Yeah,
I
you
think
know,
I've
it's got
always
the
just
big
called them
crane
diggers.
thing on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got it.
a crane.
a crane.
But it isn't a crane, it's a scooping crane.
Oh, like a...
Excavator?
Excavator,
There you
maybe.
go.
Yeah.
Look at these soft hands. Never done
Yeah.
a hard day's work.
I know, by the way, it's probably not called an excavator. And we're like, oh,
Yeah.
excavator.
I have people who know what the name of that is.
And it's been such a long time since I've played the game. There's a huge chance that it doesn't even exist in it, and I've just made this up.
I feel like I remember that too. The DS one was great, yeah.
It is, yeah, it was the first time they had a heap of characters in there. The first time you could unlock stuff. I think it was the first time they did that's got some of the classic courses on it.
It's
I
got
reckon that
16
was-
new, 16 old.
Yeah, that was the first time they'd ever done that. Like, yeah, a lot of cool stuff in that game. The end. Oh, and the challenge mode. The challenge mode's
Yeah,
really cool.
the little...
What's challenge mode?
Oh, I've never had any friends around to play that one.
It's a single player thing. It's like a little, it's like little missions that you have to do.
Oh, yeah.
So it goes like, hey, run this course and pick up
Yeah.
10 item boxes. On
Oh,
the way or
yeah.
whatever.
I like them.
Yeah,
Is that
was
on the
re-
new one?
No, they haven't
Oh.
done that since then. That was really
That's-
cool.
Yeah,
That
they
should have made
should
a
do
comeback.
that. Bring
Yeah,
that back.
that had the
Yeah.
best like single player stuff. So there's a new Mario Kart that you bloody boys have been
Yeah.
playing.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go to news first. Okay.
Oh, let's not make it natural. Let's
You put
fucking...
the news away, keep it out.
I'm sick of this 24-hour news culture that we have. All right, I'll just do it in order of like where these things are coming up here. They did.
He's doing a classic me move of like describing what he's going to do. That's very simple just before doing it.
Why don't you just tell people to go to this website to get exactly the same information?
because we give the news in a fun little way.
This won't be released for what?
This will
No,
go up
an
like
hour.
an hour after
There'll
we've done
be
it.
there'll be a nuclear war. Oh, does it really?
Yeah, why,
it goes up
wait,
tonight.
why do you assume? Why have you walked in here assuming that we just sit on these for ages?
Because I'm always like, oh, they would have. I just assumed they bloody recorded this a week ago, and now they're scrambling to edit together. I always think that you the intention is to release it on Wednesday morning, but you guys are never organised enough. I just assumed.
No, we usually record Wednesday evening and put it up Wednesday night.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My
This is
apologies.
this right now, this is so us.
But the reason we do that is because for a while we didn't do it on that schedule, and every time we put one up, it'd be like, oh, by the way, video games are completely different than yesterday now.
Yeah,
and there
huge
was
news would happen, like, in between us recording and putting it up.
Hillary
We
would
be
lose the
caught-
election.
Yes, exactly.
we literally had to
Yeah.
edit something out that day because we all assumed that Hillary was going to win.
Yeah.
And I made some really
Just a lot of Trump jokes.
I
that
want
really
you to play it. I want you to play that last episode.
Nah, it's gone forever. It's like when Mickey Mouse used to have like the awful representations of black people, and Disney's like, nah, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
So, Call of Duty.
Yeah, so Call of Duty World War II, like a lot of people are being like, well, Battlefield 1 did World War 1, they're just copying it.
That's weird because Call of Duty did World War II 15 years ago.
Yeah, but-
and that's the feeling I'm getting off of this one is like, oh, cool. 15 years ago,
Yeah.
I was sick of World War II. Just, I get it. You're heroes. Move on.
Oh, you were sick of the
Shut
good
up.
guys. I was sick of the bad guys from day dot.
Shut
Nah.
up, Grandad. Stop going on about it. I don't want to see your fucking shitty little medal.
But yeah, no, like, it might be cool. I'm just so checked out of the Call of Duty series at this point
Yeah.
in
I'm
general.
more checked out than you. I haven't played one in 10 years. And you played the last one.
I keep fucking going back. I don't know what it is. There's something about how massive they are that it makes me want to understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I did like them for a period of time. Call of
Yeah.
Duty 4 was great. I don't know if you've ever played any of
I'm
them.
more checked out than both of you guys. I've never played one.
Yeah, I
The
haven't
only
either.
way you can be more checked out than me is if you've literally never heard of it until this moment.
Yeah.
Is this the one where you're a pigeon and people.
Yeah. It's Pigeon of Duty. Yeah.
I just got to deliver my message.
Yeah, they've done a trailer. It's set in
So
World
you've
War
never
II.
played one, Kate?
No, I've never been attracted to the idea of it.
Yeah. Any
yeah.
shooter at all?
Yeah, I like Halo and stuff.
Yeah, right.
And I'm playing Destiny at the moment. I have no friends to play with, and I keep getting friend requests, and I don't know how to respond to them. So I'm just this lonely person with like a little cloth around my waist, just staring into the distance.
I never really played it in a multiplayer sense. I just like it's a fun mechanic of the shooting. It's like it's fun. It's fun.
It feels very good to play.
Yeah, it looks great as well.
Is the thing that has made Call of Duty not appealing to you the very pro-war-y kind of nature of them?
Just like
What is it?
It kind of makes me feel sick. That whole like I'm in the war now, shooting this guy, and then I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
eat my cheese
Yeah.
now. Like I don't know, it
like
just
literally
kinda,
shooting people.
Yeah, and then also just like all the crazy. I don't know because I am easily confused by all this stuff anyway.
Advanced
am
war?
I in the war when I'm playing it? Like, is my body in the game? No, that's not what. No, but like the crazy people who play it and how it's just like so. As far as I'm aware, and
Yeah.
I'm probably very outdated, and I also don't think this is a reason to not do something. But it seemed insanely sexist, and I just when I'm relaxing, I don't want to be reminded of the shit outside of the fantasy world that I'm
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
And also, it's not really a fantasy. It's like, I don't know. I've got like
Even
family who
before
are
it
in
got-
wars, and I've heard
Yeah.
some fucked up stories, and I'm just like, I don't really want to go to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, even before it got really co-opted by like bro culture and became the default like joke game that if you were trying to like write like a piece of shit broy character,
Yeah.
you would attach. Even before that, it just felt like even before it got co-opted in that way, it just felt massively.
Well, like in
That way?
GTA 5, how that kid plays basically Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, and you're completely right about that tone, and it's gotten more so over the years of this very fucking celebratory tone around war, like this real fucking we went and did it, and it's really creepy.
Yeah,
like
I
the
find it
last one
so
especially
creepy.
was like distasteful in how it did that.
It's
shit.
like fucked up jock fantasy. Like,
Totally.
imagine just getting
Yeah.
to fucking blow someone's head off. Now this
And-
lets you do it.
So it's gotten more like that over the years as well. And so I'm interested to see with this one how going back to World War II and this thing that had a bit of a reverent tone of that, where it was like, you know, after you died every time it'd say war is hell and some quote from somebody
Right.
and all that sort. And the kind of the point was about how shit this situation was. It was ripping off Saving Private Ryan, basically. It was
Right.
doing that. And so seeing it go back with this like fucking tone that they have now
Yeah.
is going to be possibly really gross.
Yeah.
So
I'm almost into that if it's World War II, but all the characters are like ultra bros.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get this grenade, gonna like chuck it over there.
Man, do you realize when the day when we're storming the beaches is? It's Bob Marley's birthday, man. Ow!
Yo, this Hitler's
God.
a real cocksucker.
Suck it, you fuck. Fucking suck it down. Man, I really hope they do that now.
Yeah, that
They've all
does
got
sound cool.
fucking weed things on the side of their bayonets or whatever. Doing burnouts in the landing boats.
Yeah, sounds no good.
No.
But the other thing that like I
But
don't
this
know.
is the thing. I don't know anyone. Like we've talked about this a bit. Call of Duty seems like at the moment it just exists in its own little. You know, like we're in a video games group on Facebook. No one in there ever talk. Like no one I talk to who play games.
Yeah.
Ever mentions playing Call of Duty, but they still
Yeah.
sell well enough. It seems like the people who play it, like that's all they play.
Well,
they
it's
just
like-
go into hibernation for 8 months of the year, and then a new Call of Duty
Yeah.
comes out, and they reactivate. They clock it in 14 hours, and then they go back into the chamber.
Yeah.
Well, film fans don't like talk about Michael Bay. Like film fans aren't dissecting the Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
Sure,
but
or like-
everyone's watching them.
How
Yeah.
Adam Sandler still makes millions
Yeah.
and millions of dollars on his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll come out and it'll be the same as ever, probably. What else has been bloody interesting? There's that Zelda DLC. They said some
Yeah.
stuff about what that's going to be.
Yeah, they've given out a few more details on that, which sounds cool.
And so this is the first of three, right?
first of two.
First of
Yeah,
two?
two, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it just two?
I think it was 2.
I think it's three, like two small ones and one big one.
I thought the first one was like the day one DLC.
Hey, if only there was some way of finding out. Shame
No, I'm
there
pretty
isn't.
sure there's 2 packs. There's one in the middle of the year and then one at the end of the year.
Yeah, I thought that
And
was
this
okay.
one is like a new challenge mode, a hard mode, some new armor and costumes, and then the one at the end of the year is a new story.
Yeah.
Like the one at the end of the year is like the more kind of fleshed out. But for this one, when they first announced it, seemed like it was going to be pretty bare bones and not much in it. But now that they've revealed a bit more of it, it seems like there's some actually pretty cool stuff in
Yeah.
there.
Kind of, yeah. It's
Nothing
like
huge, but the
Isn't there like a horde mode kind of?
it's like a 45 room. This says, it's called Trial of the Sword and Trial of the Century. When OJ, I keep talking about OJ lately.
No,
I don't know why it
you're
is.
obsessed.
an OJ video game would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah.
I want to play as the Bronco.
You have
Yeah,
like
an OJ kart racing game.
Oh, open me doors. He's trying to get in.
There's only one track. This is a bit rich.
The only power up is a gun you can hold to your head.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
God.
Fucking hell. Wow. Can't wait for that Johnny Cochran DLC.
Oh,
and that's basically like a horde mode thing. There's a thing where you can see where you've been on the map.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I think
I'm-
that's genuinely really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a real good way of finding somewhere you haven't been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. Go exploring, explore the laneways.
You can dress as Tingle.
Yep.
oh yeah.
Kate, you haven't played much Zelda, have you?
I've played the DS version, the
Yes.
not Spirit Tracks. What's the other one?
Phantom Hourglass.
Yes.
Is Tingle in that one?
Who is Tingle?
Tingle's this weird little camp elf
Yeah.
who's in a couple of them.
Like a male Tinkerbell, basically?
Yeah.
Is it
Wait,
kinda-
I've
Well, like
got
he
a-
thinks he's a Tinkerbell.
Right.
Kind
He's,
of.
I've got-
it's
Okay.
very Japanese approach to sexuality.
I've got
Oh.
like a little fairy person that I. Is that the same thing?
Maybe is he all dressed in green?
No, he's
he have
just
little red
he's on
balloons?
the end of the stick that I use to move the link
Oh
around.
no, yeah, that's just a regular fairy.
Okay.
That's just a.
Grown men sitting in a bedroom discussing varieties of fairies.
It's they're
What do
real.
you mean grown men? What am I to you?
No, but we're
A young
discussing
man.
it to we're discussing it to you. You're like, what is this?
Oh, I see how language works.
Discussing it to you.
Yeah, that language don't work.
Advance Wars. Yeah, so that all looks like cool stuff. I think there's nothing major in it yet, but
Not yet.
you know, the fact that they announced this kind of initially very vaguely, and it was like these 2 or 3 things that were like, and then when they've announced it, it's actually a bit more fleshed out than it seems. Gives me hope for the second one, which already seems like there's a fair bit in it. That there'll
Totally.
be even more in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, a new hard mode. Which would be cool if you finished it, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Make the enemies
they
regain health
regenerate,
as you're
yeah.
fighting them.
As
which
of
is pretty
like
cool.
right now, you can swap the voice languages if you
Yeah.
want, which
Yes.
is I wish that had happened immediately because
What, you want to listen to it in Japanese?
Yeah,
the
the voice
voice
acting
acting
in
in-
English is really bad.
Wait,
It's-
so you'd have subtitles?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you
Yeah.
can because all the writing is fine, but just the actors they got for it weren't good.
Oh.
Sorry, guys, if you're listening. There's some other stuff, but I don't know. Like you said, you can go on the internet and look up your own news if you want. Honestly, I feel
Wow.
like my job's been kind of taken away by them robots.
Is this the end of Captain News's news corner?
It's just private news now, and that's why I'm not going to tell you any of
Okay.
it.
All right, you've been busted down to private.
The last guy who was one of the writers on any of the Half-Life games has left Valve. I don't know.
Yeah.
That I used to really like them. It's been 10 years almost since the last one. They've
Right.
never said anything about doing another, but they left it
You said
very...
10 and then you held up 2 fingers at me.
What am I going to fucking drop everything that I'm holding? Just
Do none or do all of them.
Use your toes.
2 sets of 5 is what was going on,
yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
I wiggled them each 5 times a piece, and you're meant to interpret. That new 2DS,
Yep.
little
Yeah.
2DS XL.
Oh, yes. Probably pertinent that I've been mentioning all these games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a weird kick in the teeth of 3DS, like to just like bring out another 2DS right
Why
at the
have
end.
they done
Well,
this?
nothing
I
that
don't
comes
know.
out on the 3DS now uses 3D.
That's
like
very
Pokemon
true.
came out and I thought I'd got like a busted version or something.
Yeah.
That new Pikmin game is all into it. They've just given up on the
Yeah,
conceit, so why
yeah.
not roll these things if they're still going to make games for it?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
can't use 3DS games in a 2DS machine, can you?
You can.
can, but
they
they
all
just-
work in it. You just can't look at them in 3D and nobody
Yeah.
cares because
Yeah.
it's...
Oh, because I was going to say, where are you buying 2DS games from these days?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
no, they brought
How?
out. It's all so confusing. So
Yeah.
there was the DS and the 3DS, and then the 2DS originally didn't have the snap screen.
Yeah.
It was kind of, I think it was more for kids. Like it
Yeah.
was basically.
And I feel like
because
this is
hard
what
plastic
this
shell.
this still is, because if they're going to go full Switch, you don't want a kid playing your Switch, so maybe they'll just have this 2DS.
So it's called a
Dad
new
on the weekend is fine with his kid playing the Switch.
It's called a new Nintendo 2DS XL as well. The naming for the various DSs has been fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because it went like DS, DSi, DS Lite, DSi XL. Like that's just
Yeah.
a fucking
3DS, 3DS XL, new 3DS,
Hyundai
new 3DS
XL.
I
2DS.
hate the use of new in front of things because then
Yeah.
something else
Yeah.
comes out after it and it's not the new
Yeah.
one. It's,
yeah.
Yeah.
The new
And you know,
Coke
the other thing
is
was-
from the 80s.
Yeah.
I was trying to buy a new Nintendo 3DS for a little while on eBay, and it's so hard to sift through the results because you just put new in, so
Yeah.
you end up with all the old ones that
Yeah.
are in brand
Yeah.
new condition.
Yeah.
It's a fucking nightmare.
The new Nintendo 2DS XL refurbished will come out soon. What else? There's if you, I know none of you did play the Darksiders games.
No.
There's a third one of them been leaked that's coming out, which didn't look like it was going to happen.
Games don't really ever leak, do they?
It happens a
rare.
fair. Not the whole game, just the information about it.
No, okay, sorry. I thought
the
you meant
information
whole
about
game.
stuff tends to. No, yeah, that doesn't happen. But
Yeah.
information leaks all the time.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like it's deliberate a lot of the time because
Yeah.
people respond better to like, oh, it leaked. Oh, I'm getting it for secret. I'm sneaking into the
yeah,
theater.
people love those industry whispers.
Yeah. What
Wait,
are they
can
saying?
you guys hear that?
I wish you just refused to do it.
Can you guys hear that? No, we actually can't
Yeah.
hear anything.
Too far away.
This game is called The Dig and it's been made in 1999 and I've got a new copy of it.
The dig?
The Dig.
It was made in 1999.
I don't think it was. I think it was made a lot earlier than that. I wish
like, yeah, The
I
Dig-
tried to make a joke and then I went, I don't know enough facts about The Dig.
Man, you're talking to the king of years over here, and I will tell you the dig came out in maybe 1990. I don't know, but I was one.
I was 4.
I was 3.
I was 3.
No, maybe it was like 95.
Oh, fuck. Well, I would have been 8.
I was 9.
I would have been 8.
I was 6. Anyway, there's some news, but you know the world keeps turning. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I love how you've tried to get out of News Corner about 5 times now, and we just keep blocking it, and then you begrudgingly pick up your phone again and go, "Oh yeah, fucking sandwich in a bin."
That was my favourite part of the episode.
My favourite leak.
I can leak some stuff about what I've been doing this week if you'd like to get that
please.
before Mario Kart.
Yeah.
A week leak.
Yeah.
This
I like
isn't a
it.
formal official announcement. This is
just a leak.
This is scuttlebutt at this point.
No,
fuck.
what it's a leak is you telling me what happened to you and then me leaking it.
Oh, sure. Okay. Well,
Tell her through this microphone what you've been doing.
Knox lost his virginity.
Emily Rogers has done it again.
no, this is a classic case of Chinese whispers.
Oh, you can't say that.
I know some VR stuff. Let's go to the source.
Wow.
All right, I've cobbled together a press release. Yeah, I
You're
played.
on the back foot because the information got out
Yeah.
without your permission.
Guys, there's been some rumors, and I can officially confirm that I played a few things on PlayStation VR in the last week, and it was pretty fun. Moving on. No, I played like 5 different things.
Excuse me, Mr. Knox, Mr. Knox. What was the first thing you played?
The first thing that I played would have been.
I'll take my question off the air.
I don't remember chronologically. I can't give you
Man,
that
you are
information.
sweating.
I do not recall.
Release.
Me and my wife love each other very much. I played my favorite thing I played was Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
What?
So it's a bomb defusal game. And the person in the VR, in the virtual world, has a bomb in front of them with all these different components on it, and you have to look at the bomb and communicate to your partner who is looking at the screen where it has like a manual on the screen, and so you have to tell them, I'm seeing a countdown timer and it's got these colors on it, and they have to look that up in the manual and tell you what to do with it.
So you're playing this with a friend.
Yeah.
No, I was going back and forth.
Yeah. Which stranger from Airtasker did you get to come around and play this with you?
I'll have you know that it was my brother who was forced to. I took it down to like my family's house and played it with them. Showed my dad it, and it was cool watching people react to VR.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
for context, I don't know if you've heard this on the show, but this show got given a VR. so we now have to share it between the three of us.
Yeah.
I think is about to become an organisational disaster.
No, well, like, we'll be done with it. Because most of this is my only complaint with it so far, really, is that almost everything is short as fuck.
Yeah.
And so I bought this game called Static that was really fun, where you're holding the controller, which is a bit different for a video game. And your hands are trapped inside of this puzzle box. And you have to figure out what each of the buttons does in relation to this box. So
that's
you'll
cool.
pull the trigger
That's
in and then
great.
something will light up on the
So
box.
when you look
Wow,
down at your
that's so
hands,
cool.
it's just in the box.
It's stuck inside,
Oh,
and,
that's
and
cool.
it feels really cool. And it's got like sort of a portal-y kind of wrapping to it, where it's like science experiments, but that bit wasn't very engaging.
Portally rapping.
Yeah.
Well, my name's Johnny Portal, and I'm here to say.
I wish I hadn't have lived. But so it's all of the puzzles are really fun, and it feels cool, like slowly figuring out how to undo this box. I didn't really like the kind of story stuff, and it's very short, but the actual puzzles were very fun.
How much
Cool.
was it?
$30.
Okay, see, this is the only thing is
Yeah.
that they're pretty. The cost of, I guess, relative to full-length games
Yeah.
is still cheaper, but $30 for something that doesn't... Because at the moment I've been playing a lot of the indies on the eShop on the Switch.
Yeah.
And, some of them are pretty short and pretty basic, but they're like $10.
Totally.
So it's like, fine.
Everything's a little too pricey for VR, and you've got to look at it movie ticket comparison.
Yeah,
more than
and
more
the
than
tech
another
that's
game.
going on there, I guess it has to be
And
that
it's-
much,
it's-
but it still is...
A certain amount of it is totally worth it for the sake of experiencing VR.
Yeah.
Because it is such a fucking super cool thing to be
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I'm looking up and then so's this guy.
Yeah, that's wild.
How did your dad take to it? Because
He-
I'm keen to give my parents a go on it.
Yeah, he loved it. He was like, oh shit, this is future. Cool.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
that sort of a reaction of like, well, I've made it. Here we are.
My boys come home with the future.
Adam doesn't exist in here. It's bliss.
He just lets the bomb explode.
But yeah, no, it's cool just like seeing other people play around it. Like for
It was
such
fun
a
when we did it as a group.
It's it's great.
And for such a weirdly like delicate and expensive thing, the urge is, and hard to set up thing, kind of the urge is like to want to take it to show people, you
Yeah.
know. And I wish that that one day will be easier. But
Yeah.
so the other things I tried were Job Simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Which you have the Move controllers, which I ended up getting, and
cool.
they are just your hands, and you're grabbing things and throwing things around. It's this funny little game where it's like you're in the future, and it's a museum of like the humans used to do these jobs, and you're like, moving crates and shit. It's more
Right.
fun than it sounds. And maybe a better person could have narrated it a little more engagingly. But hey, move on, Adam.
Is this still part of the game?
Yeah,
Are we in the game?
we're in his head.
Then I played Thumper.
Oh, I've
which
heard
is-
that's quite good.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's like a rhythm game. You're fucking hurtling down this track, and you're a little beetle, and you've got to move to the sides or jump and stuff in rhythmic
cool.
timing to avoid obstacles and get points and whatever. And being in VR like doesn't add heaps to it. You can just play it on the screen if you want, and I reckon it's really cool. It's all just like these fucking like industrial drum tracks that you're going to, and it really works well. But the VR thing is cool because you're in VR. And Dirt Rally also, which you're driving a rally car. And that's cool. That's exactly what you think it is.
I played. What is Drive Club? Was it the demo? I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I didn't like it. I found it really disorienting, and I felt a bit sick playing it.
Right.
I'm not into the driving games. In VR.
Sure.
Well,
Maybe
no
Dirt
offense,
would be...
but who cares what you think? Adam, keep going.
Wow.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Wowee.
I've watched my housemate play it, but I
Yeah.
haven't. I guess if you're really into like cars and racing and stuff, it's
Yeah.
probably more of a thrill. But yeah,
I think if you did you find you had to adapt to it or
Not really. I didn't get any of the sickness from anything.
that
really.
was the only thing I got motion sickness.
The only
from.
thing I found with it is it was just kind of the blandest implementation of it because you're just sitting in a car.
Yeah, yeah.
So it doesn't really change anything up that much. Like it's kind of cool, but it also makes the graphics a lot worse so that it can run on it.
Yeah.
So
Do you not have a map though, so you have to look in your rear view mirrors and stuff?
well,
to,
you've got a
like-
guy sitting next to you going like hard 30 left.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, whoa, no, really difficult 30 left, and things like that. Oh,
yeah.
20 incline, buddy.
Yeah.
All of that sort of stuff.
So you're really Colin McRae.
yeah. Well,
R.I.P.
and the other thing was because like a lot of these are on special, which is why I bought them. They were all
yeah.
like 60% off or more.
Yep.
That's
How much more?
worrying. If like this new thing, no one's
please.
buying it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
totally.
PlayStation, that's the cool thing about the PlayStation Store. They're mental down there. They just have all
Yeah.
these insane flash sales all the time.
So
Like a game will have just come out and they're like, cool, this thing that came out yesterday and was $99, it's $4 now just
Yeah.
for the next day.
I'm a fucking sucker for that sort
It's
of
all
stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's digital sales. It's like, well, they don't really lose anything by discounting it.
Yeah.
And so
Revenue.
well,
But it's not like they've made a physical copy that they're discounting and like.
there's no bottom baseline of what they have to sell it
Yeah.
for to make a profit.
Yeah.
and like Steam always does that stuff as well.
I
and they
don't
do
think
well.
these guys understand.
How money works.
Guys-
Get a load of the barefoot investor over here.
I'm in a lot of debt.
And the other thing was, I looked it up just.
Did you play Batman?
Oh yeah, no, I've got it, but I haven't had time to play it.
Right.
Batman is the thing that I want to like take a couple of hours to fucking
Yeah.
be the Batman
Yeah.
during.
What
the
else do you
cowl.
have on, Knox?
I've got business to attend
No,
to.
you don't.
I'm a real life Batman. I've got to go out at
Currently
night.
learning how to tie his shoelaces. Okay, that's taken time.
It's taken a lot of time off of my speed running of my days.
The rabbit goes under the log, then over the log.
You have to find a rabbit every time. I can't do it. But so the other thing was, I tried to buy these things and I'd bought stuff on the PlayStation before, but it just came up with this thing of like, nah, fuck off.
Right.
It just said like, your credit card's wrong, you idiot.
Right.
And I'd use that same one to buy stuff. And it was this whole fucking process.
Oh, he's maxed
know
out
what-
his credit card.
On
I don't know
the
what's going on.
PlayStation.
I'd been buying stuff and buying stuff and buying stuff, so I know it works.
It definitely wasn't that. I looked it up, and it's like these problems of that other people have had as well, and it's fucking
with their
impossible to
banks
fix.
or with the PlayStation
if you keep buying stuff, people at some point are like, no more.
When you were in that job simulator game, you're not actually earning money from that. You have to actually go out and do actual work as well.
It's a genuine problem though that's really annoying, and so now it won't accept any payment information.
Oh, really?
And the amount of fucking hassle it was to get Sony to take money from me
Yeah.
was fucking irritating.
I
You've got
will
to call
say-
up this call center in Ireland.
I got
and-
locked out of.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh.
got my credit card information stolen and my PayPal information.
Yeah.
And I got scammed out of like $800 that I got back. But to get into my Sony account again, I had to fucking call Ireland.
Yeah. And that's fine.
And
It's
it went
okay that they're there.
But it was like, I was like panicking. Obviously, like all my money was like streaming out of my accounts.
Check out Daddy Warbucks with $800 in his account at one time. Ooh, la-di-da, Mr. Aristocrat.
It was
There's
like,
so
it was
much
literally-
suffering that you were having,
It was
and you're
literally my
calling the
last
Irish.
$800.
You're calling the Irish with your suffering.
Well.
They don't understand what it's like for all your money to be gone.
you
They've got
call
no
up-
idea.
Oh, I can see how that's an issue for you. Yeah.
Oh, yes, hello, this is PlayStation.
All
what
right.
seems to be the matter today?
Well, we just lost every listener we have in Ireland.
Good.
No, it was like it's just that it's this one call center, right? Where they're doing everything from, and none of them have the authority to actually do anything. So it was this thing of like, okay, we'll try
Yeah.
it again in a day, and then
Yeah.
we'll escalate it, and then obviously it doesn't work again the next day because why would it suddenly start working?
Totally.
Yeah.
And I hate that how every time you try to get any problem fixed, they're like, you're probably just a fuckwit.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
it again in
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
And it was infuriating, and it took forever, and it's still not fixed.
I got
Dear Ireland, what's with your customer service?
put the fucking potato down and unlock my account, mate.
I wish you hadn't said that one.
Why?
It's racist. Yes.
I don't understand the economy, but I understand racism.
I got locked out of my Apple account recently, and I think I've just gotten back into it, but it took me ages because all the security questions, I remember this. I had deliberately put some of them like slightly wrong to give myself more.
In case you were in like a
Protection.
face-off situation and someone else took your identity. How would that possibly make it
I
more?
don't know. I was like, if the time comes, I'll know what the real. I'll know what I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
me. I'm tricking myself. So
Yeah.
I'll know what I did.
I remember
Nah.
this fun little answer.
That's so ridiculous. But some of them aren't helpful. Like some of them are like your favorite fictional character. You know that fact about you
Yeah.
that'll never change.
Yeah, and also, exactly. It's like you're asking a 10-year-old. They know. When you're an adult, you're like, I don't know. There's a wealth of things out there that I've
Yeah.
appreciated
Yeah.
over the years.
Fictional characters don't really do it for me anymore. I'm more into real life heroes.
Just typing that in.
So the character limit is 8.
I definitely have done that before as well, but not for anything that was important enough that I've ever needed to get back into it.
So now we know that your bank details are fairly easy to access. So we know enough
If
about you.
You can ask me 3 questions in a bar and take over my life. I think it's first car that I drove. I was almost going to say them, but that's
Yeah.
actual security
That
shit.
is
First car was
crazy.
one of mine, and I couldn't remember, what I would have put in, because it's like you have to be exact. So I was like, would
Yeah.
I have put the make and the type, or would I have
Yeah.
put, because my car
yeah.
had a nickname, would I have put that in
Your car had a nickname.
Yeah.
What was it? Wait, don't tell me. I guess.
You wouldn't have put the nickname, surely.
Well, I don't, and the same with like one of them.
Drive-O.
One of them
My
was,
car.
I come up with these quirky, fun little nicknames. I called it Mazda 2.
one of them was least favorite job, and again, it was like, would I have put like all the punctuation in? Does caps count?
Yeah.
You know, that
Yeah.
was the main thing where I was like, which way around have I done this?
Yeah. Life, how?
Okay, let's talk about this. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out on the Switch this week.
Yeah.
Ben, you and I have been playing it. I played it a lot on the Wii U, so I've pretty much just, I've paid to just own a product that I already own.
Yeah.
It just, on a different console. But hey, being able to take it on the go is great. You'd never played it before. What do you think?
I fucking love it. The last Mario Kart I played, was actually Mario Kart 7, which I really liked. But I didn't play a lot of it because I don't like handheld consoles. So previously it was the Wii, and I really, really liked that. I played it a lot. I played a lot online. And this is just like the better version, really. Like
Yeah.
it's not. There's nothing revolutionary about it, but it's just more tracks, more karts, more customization.
It's just the mechanics
Yeah.
of it and how it handles. I think it's the best Mario Kart by a wide margin.
It is pretty much perfect. Like, I don't
Presentation
have
wise
any.
and polish wise,
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I mean, I've basically just bought the same game again, but it's worth it to it's so good that I'm just going through and doing all the cups again, and I don't care. Like, I'm happy to do it, and the benefit of being able to take it on the go, and also the fact that like a heap of people that I know have bought Switches, and so lots of people I know have it and are playing it, which I didn't have with the Wii U one. Like, I
Totally.
didn't know anyone else who had it.
Yeah. So like all of that, like the basic stuff is great. Like the offline play is fantastic. The problem that I think we've both encountered recently is like, all our mates have it, or a lot of our friends have it. How do we race each other? It's not clear.
So you can play online, but the way that you do it is there's no way to, like, you can add friends on the Switch, but there's no way to like message from within the console. So basically you can get on, you can see who's online, but the way that you race online is I have to set up a room, you have to know that I've set up a room, and then go and join that room.
Yeah, but you guys have like Facebook Messenger, don't you?
Yeah. But it's weird.
Imagine if they'd have both gone, oh, fuck.
What's your point?
I feel like I'm Nintendo here, being like, you've
but it
got
is
other
weird.
ways to do this.
It is weird to have to take that extra step, because you sort of go, well, I'll message him on Facebook. Well, he's playing the game, so he's probably not looking at Facebook. It is just weird
That's
that
true.
you can't that there's not a way of accessing it within the system, that it's not all self-contained.
Yeah.
And this is what the mobile app is going to be for.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got this online service coming out for the Switch later in the year at some point. I think around July they've said
Something
it's
like
going to
that,
launch,
yeah.
which hopefully will make setting up races for online play a little easier, because it's weirdly archaic to have to go and.
But then, like, what's it going to be? Like, you're going to have the Nintendo app, and you're going to message your friend Tommy and go, "I've set up a room. Come and join it on Mario Kart."
Well, not even
Maybe
that.
it'll
I
have
mean,
a link.
And
or
then do you have to
something.
like type in the name of the room or something to find it?
No, I just see that Ben's online, and he'll have a little flag next to him, which means he's set up a room.
But like,
that
you
I can go
don't
into.
like, if I'm online, that's the thing. I'll start playing the game. I'll go into like online, and I'll be racing against random people. Why would I come out of that, set up a room, and then wait for Tommy to come online? It doesn't.
Yeah. Well, because everything else has like invite systems and all that stuff where it'll pop
Yeah.
up if you're in another game. Even
Basically,
Just-
co-op. Like
Yeah.
if Tommy's racing in a regional multiplayer, I should be able to just be like, join the race when it's available. But
My
you
hope
can't
is
do
this
that.
just comes out in a patch, or even just a software update for the system itself, like in your profile when you can see who's online, that you can send someone a message and go, hey, you can like send an invite through the system.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that they'll that they'll fix that up at some point.
This shit was working on like the original Xbox and like PC games before that.
Yeah.
Like this is 20 years ago sort of stuff.
It is very weird. But hey, so Dehnert, the four of us just played a game. You started squealing with delight and clapping your hands when we announced that's what we were going to do.
I am 4 years old. Yes.
You've been playing on the DS. You've played bits and pieces. You've played Mario Kart Wii at my house before over the years.
Yeah. I remember you laughing at me because I kept on being like, I'm just enjoying watching the new tracks. And you were like, get out of here, mum. That was a really fun thing that we shared, wasn't it?
Yeah, when I pointed you. Yeah, that was cool.
I've never seen Tommy's face blanker.
What did you think of it? What do you think of this one, even though you've only had a brief go of it?
I'm bad at it. And
you did all right. We, the four of us, we did
Yeah.
like a race with all computer characters. We came 1, 2, 3, 4.
well, that was the final result. But I think that's somehow broken because you guys came 1, 2, 3, which is like throughout every single race, you all came 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And I was 7, 8, 4th or 3rd.
Yeah.
9.
This is how the electoral college system works.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones we cut out of the lost episode.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, like, I'm crazy. I really want a Switch. I really want a Switch.
Oh, I know.
So there will be more events in your future, Tom.
But this is, I mean, there's been, I've had people, what if people asked us, is it worth, can you enjoy it if you haven't played it before? Like, it's just such a no-brainer.
Yeah,
like, I don't see how you could not like this game.
Yeah.
It's like someone said, like, I didn't play it on the Wii U. Is
Well, I
it okay to
understand
jump
the
back
story
in?
of the first 7.
It's like, absolutely. It's the best Mario Kart that's ever been made, and it's really, really fun.
It's and it's sold. It's like the highest selling Mario Kart in franchise history. I read somewhere that like I think 45% of Switch owners have picked it up.
Yeah, right.
Which is great, but does beg the question: what are those other 55% doing?
Yeah.
Why have you bought a Switch if you're not prepared to go in on Mario Kart?
Maybe you've already spent all your money on the Switch.
Yeah.
Because it's not cheap.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking good.
Because I've got Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and I've got Zelda on the Wii U, and there is still a part of me that's like, fuck, maybe I should just get a Switch and get these again.
I mean, like, if I could
I need
justify
to embezzle
it.
a bunch of money or something to do it.
I could justify getting a Switch just to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with my friends. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's really, really
I was thinking
good.
the other day, if nothing else comes out on the Switch and all it is a portable machine that I can play Zelda and Mario Kart 8 on, I think it's still going to be my favourite console of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys, because I like the idea as well of like, because we've got a lot of comedy mates that are buying the Switch. The idea of like 8 of us getting together. Someone has given me a Switch at this point.
Yeah.
You found a
And
Switch on the
playing.
street.
Yeah, we've talked about starting a little Mario Kart club.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
also talking about the idea of doing because you can pretty easily set up online tournaments.
Yes.
On the online thing, we were maybe going to do a filthy one of them at some point.
Yep.
Which we would have to work out a time that would suit enough people, and maybe try and get some guests who have them to get online as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can just create a tournament, and we set the conditions, and then we just get a code that we can put on our socials and stuff.
Yeah, I think
Which,
so.
if there's enough interest, we can maybe do in the next couple of weeks.
It looks
or
like a
something.
bunch of people wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to figure
Yeah.
out a good time. But
yeah.
and then get Bumble or whatever to let people know.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever dumb
Bumble?
app. Yeah, it was the first one that came into my head.
What's Bumble?
Bumble's a dating one.
Yeah.
It's like Tinder, except only the women are allowed to swipe
That's
right. Or let's say the first thing.
yeah. That's what I knew. Yeah.
It was just a communication thing that
Okay,
isn't
right.
Nintendo's thing.
So we're all got to get dating apps. And
Yeah,
then...
man. You got to be in a couple if
Mate,
you're going to play.
You're the only single one here.
And I've met my love, and her name is Marie Okart. And me and her are gonna be. That seems fun, and yeah, I might buy a Switch for Splatoon.
Yeah.
I like the
man.
first one.
Yeah.
Well,
Now-
watching those kids, I was like, well,
Yeah.
not kids, I'm just old, but yeah, I'm like, I want to be in
It's
a
a really
team.
good game,
I
yeah.
want to be in a team. I want to win a Switch.
Maybe when I get good at it. I
Yeah.
like Splatoon, but I just kind of I've worked out no strategy. I'm more than happy to be shit at
Yeah.
it. I just like playing it, but watching it, I was like, fuck yeah, this would be.
Yeah.
Imagine getting really, and the fact that they're a team, like they're,
Yeah.
they've clearly they get together a lot and work on their.
Well, it's like
strategies and
it's
stuff.
like paintball for people who aren't active,
Yeah.
which is good.
I don't want bruises.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing it.
I don't think you've ever played paintball. A lot of the people who play paintball aren't particularly active.
What is paintball?
It's a lot like war. You wouldn't like it.
Oh yeah.
I've only ever played it once, but it was actually really fun, paintball.
Yeah. Well, I
had
think the same thing about like this with the Splatoon stuff. The strategy is what appeals.
I liked having the bruises, though.
Well,
it really
Just
woke
pinch
something
yourself
in
while
me.
you're playing.
Is that in your Bumble bio?
Yeah, Splatoon 2, yeah. So they did a demo of it recently on the Switch over a weekend. They had a demo that you could get.
Oh, so this isn't new to you, being able to play Splatoon 2?
Sorry, bitch. I've played it before.
Oh.
But yeah, what did you think of it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I like putting the paint everywhere.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't think it super lends itself to just playing it. Like, it's something you really need to sit... Like Mario Kart, you can just play one race of in a shop and get what it is. Because we played Splatoon for the first time when we were in Japan together, Ben. It had just come out.
Yeah,
and we
that's
went to
right.
a bar that had games.
Yeah, we were like several drinks in a weird gaming bar.
And I remember being like, okay, I think this is good. And then getting home and sort of sleeping on it for a while. And enough people went, this is great. You got to check it out.
I think it's because there's this, like, for me with playing it, and I've played it at the top of EB Games on Swanston Street a few times.
You did tell me that you seem like you loiter around. Like, so for people interstate, there's the EB Games on Swanston Street in Melbourne upstairs has this level called the Nintendo Experience, where they just have a bunch of grotty ass demo units set up that any old freak can walk up the street and have to play with. The crustiest 3DSs you've ever seen.
Oh,
A lot of people are just in there to
Locked
get
into
out of the
table.
rain.
Yeah.
So anyway, Kate's been spending a lot of time there.
Yeah, you can smell the Lynx Africa from down the street. You make your way up there. A few school groups having their way with Mario Maker.
Oh, Matt. But the thing is, like, it's not like Mario Kart where you can just pick it up and go and you can crush it straight away. It does, getting the controls, it does take a little bit of getting used to. And I imagine once you've got that in your head, it's like, okay, now I'm ready to play this
Well, and
game.
all the like the guns, the weapons that you choose makes such a difference to how you play it. So it took me like a good afternoon with it to go to experiment with all of them and go, okay, this is the one I really like. Like now I really enjoy this because this is how I prefer playing it. But yeah, I think now we're into like in the next 2 months, Arms and Splatoon 2 are the first kind of like the first kind of, I guess you could call
You
them
have to buy a Switch
actual
for the...
Switch titles.
I don't know about Arms. How did you guys find it when you were playing it? Was that fun? It
I
doesn't
loved
look
it.
fun.
I
I loved
hated it. I
Really?
did
You
not
hated
like
it?
I remember not liking it.
It looks like a crappy Wii Sports sort
It's
of
a cool
like...
Wii Sports thing.
I don't know what that is.
Nah.
It's like it's like Street Fighter, but you get to punch with your arm.
But is it
I
effectively...
disagree.
Yeah, because I just sort of feel like it's like, it's kind of like 1-2 Switch. You have a few goes and you're like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the character design. I liked all the presentation of it. Like when we were playing it, like I thought it was really cool. I think that, I'm hoping that it is an intricate enough fighter that even if you're playing it in handheld mode without the motion controls, which apparently you can do, that there's enough to it just as a fighting game without needing the gimmick.
Totally.
Yes.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. My first impression of it was that wasn't there, but I haven't spent enough time with it to be confident.
Well,
about
you know what? I only found this out today. It's the same team that made Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
That's immediately what they got moved on to.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
they've got their...
There should be a lot of unlockables, a lot of characters you can play as.
And they've even in the last day or couple days or so, they've announced a couple new characters and stages and stuff like that.
But hopefully just that core thing of like you should be able to play the same characters for 2 hours and have fun every time.
You know what I
And
think
I
it's
don't know if
insane that
that
they
will be
haven't
there.
announced yet. Like, I would really like to see them do, in the way that Arms is kind of a beefed up Wii boxing.
Right.
A kind of a beefed up Wii tennis. Not like a Mario tennis game, but a tennis game where you can have the Switch in tabletop mode and you both have the Joy-Con and you're just swinging the rackets.
Yeah.
Like, I think if they just if they whacked something like that up.
If they did a Switch Sports, I would love it.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Just whack
Yeah.
it up on the eShop for $20.
Yeah.
That'd be that would be a good thing. Journalism.
They should do a game where Mario fights Sonic. That'd be a fucking sick game.
Guys, we better wrap this
know.
up for this week.
Yeah.
That is all the time we have for today. Kate Dehnert, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
Sorry we didn't get to all the people's questions that we specifically asked for earlier today as well.
They were mostly about Mario Kart.
Great. Well, we'll have a look at them next week as well.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Kate Dehnert, you are on Twitter at Shabamalan.
No.
Oh, you changed it?
Yeah, years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm living in the past.
At my name.
What's your MySpace again?
At Kate Dehnert.
Yeah, and Dennett is spelled Dehnert.
Yep.
D-H-N-E-R-T.
You're still spelled wrong in my phone. I should really change it sometime. Wow.
You should.
Kate Fuckwit, it says. That's weird.
How dare you?
We've got we're at Filthy Caspod on Twitter, Filthy
baby.
Casuals on Facebook. We've got the Bandcamp episodes.
Yeah,
that you can find.
filthycasualspod.bandcamp.com. We got to organise a new one of them because they're
yeah.
real fun to do and
Yeah.
people seem to like them.
Yeah, we had a lot of requests for different stuff as well.
Yeah.
So I'm suggesting we do like histories of like specific games companies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a pretty
Cool.
good one.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. Let's not do Nintendo because people seem to be sick of us
LucasArts.
talking about Nintendo.
LucasArts is good.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
that.
that's a great one. Yeah.
Like Capcom and Konami and stuff.
Yeah.
Would be great.
Yeah, Square. Yeah.
All right. Thanks very much for listening, as we say at the end here of every episode of Filthy Casuals.
Go back and turn up the speed and speedrun this episode, baby. We talked about speedrunning briefly, remember?
I love a good trailer.
This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates. I mean, if you want. It's up to you.